Hi guys, I've got a knife and I assure you I'm going to use it on those guys. I'm not going to slice them up today, but what I am going to do is harvest them. Temperature is going down to 0 tonight, and it's about 10 days from Halloween. We're going to make jack-o'-lanterns for the kids, and that's all going to be fun. But as you can see, it's time, and there's my rogue banana plant. Anyway, besides the point, the pumpkins. They're coming in today. Some nice ones there, really. Like I told you before, I planted these on November the 3rd. And, wow. I didn't really plant them. I just chucked them into the... So what are we going to do? Save the big one for last? Okay. This one's not quite right, but that's okay. Turned out quite nice. As you can see here, I'm just going to whack the stem back. There, that one's free. Free to be. It's a nice pumpkin. Look at, get that up here. I'm trying to do filming with one hand and to get my hand underneath at the bottom of it. So I'm going to put it on this chair. So there's pumpkin number one. You can see a little split there. I don't know what that's all about. I'm not sure. My battery's running low on this thing. It's not keeping its charge like it used to. Coming to the end of the iPod's life. Reasonable expectation. Okay, that was that. Now, we are going to go to number 2. Question is, what did I do with my knife? I bet you guys could probably tell me at home because you probably saw it. It's kind of important. You don't want to leave a knife lying around in your yard. Well, anyway, I'm sure eventually we will find it. Probably where the pumpkin was lying is probably where it was. Little spot there. So, take a tour around. Think about where this knife is. Can't be far. See, I got some rotten pumpkins. They didn't quite make it. I'll go over them with a lawnmower after. Everything else seems to be good here. There we go. I knew if I looked. You don't want to leave this. Somebody could accidentally run into it. I'm going to pay closer attention here. Alright, who's next? Alright, we'll take you. Some of these stems I kind of damaged a little bit anyway to begin with, as you can probably see. I kind of, when I was checking that, wanted to make sure they didn't rot. Yeah, that's a big one. Holy boy. So I wanted to make sure that they didn't rot. So I kind of, you have to rotate them. Ideally, you want them on the ground. But, there. Not too bad. A little roughed up. There's number 2. I'm going to take those guys into the garage after. Quite a mess in there. I've been cleaning up around here. You know what it's like in autumn up here in the north. I see I've lost my hat. Oh my. Alright, onward to the next. Took that one out. Now, we go pick up our knife and saving you for last. Go to this one. You can see this one was sitting in a pocket there and it was kind of lumpy and frumpy. And look, it just came right off. I didn't even have to cut it. I'm putting the knife there. This one's kind of, the stem is kind of soggy there. Kind of light inside, but it feels okay. Just going to palpitate it there and see what we got. Let's see here. I think that'll be the face of the pumpkin. We use this for a jack-o'-lantern. Seems okay. Probably, possibly, the frost might have nailed it a little bit. I'm making a homemade pesticide, guys, with marigolds. What I do is I take the flowers, steep them in water, let it freeze, let it thaw all winter long. And eventually I end up with pesticide. I got the idea from the Cubans. They sure know what to do when they don't have anything. They kind of figure things out for themselves. Okay, so back to, wow, this is just desolate. I'm so used to seeing pumpkins here now, it's kind of sad to see go, but on the other hand, kohlrabi, I'm saving those for seed. Just that quick brief of the tomatoes. I gotta get those jalapenos off today. I'll make another video for that. So this winter when we're all bored, I can post there or something. Onions from the store, just planted them, they grew. But those peppers gotta come off. I got some at the front too. Quick peek at the banana plant. I'm gonna try and dry all that out. And I'm gonna tarp it. And we'll see where we get this winter. Anyway, back to our pumpkins. A brief interlude. There, I think we got it. Oh boy. Oh, that's a whopper, that one. Yeah, I cut the wrong stem. Careful not to cut the pumpkin. There. There. Wow, that one. That's a biggie. It's about a 20-30 pounder anyway. Nice. Bring that over to the step. These are the kind of things I'm doing today. Of course I waited till the last minute. Put that one up here with this guy. I'll put that pumpkin out during the day when it's mild enough, and hopefully it'll ripen. Probably after Halloween. Make a, I don't know, pumpkin soup with it or something. That one's going to be a whopper. I don't know how many pounds that would be, but I beg to say 50 pounds. Anyway, back to the garden we go. Fairly long video. Apologize about that. But harvesting pumpkins is time consuming when you have as many as I do. So, marigolds again. I'm going to cut some of those off there and make some more. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? I got to tell you something, guys. I didn't know about those two. I really didn't. Holy cow. I knew about these two. I had no idea about those. I wonder if there's any more lurking. I know there was one up on the grapes, literally growing through the fence, but it must have fallen off, I would imagine. Holy cow, what am I going to do? This video is going to go on here, I think. I don't want to bore you to tears, guys, but we'll just keep on going. Maybe we're going to have a movie instead of a little, look at that, a little bit smaller. No slouch, though. I can give this sucker 20 pounds. I have pretty big arms, and that's a whopper. I'm gonna put this on the cement by the door. Look at these others. You know, I kind of thought filming with the iPod was going to be challenging, and harvesting it at the same time, but it doesn't seem to be such a big deal. Alright, back we go. Take the shortcut through the garden. Look at that chard, guys. Anybody at home got any ideas with that? Like maybe I could juice it or something. I don't know. Don't see any rogue pumpkins in here, guys. There was some hanging in that bush there, but if you want to plant your pumpkins, just do it in November. Seems to be jolly good. And of course, take no care. Because if you take care, it won't turn out. Okay. Still can't get over those. Holy lifting. Pumpkins on parade. Yesterday when I was harvesting some of these marigold flowers for the pesticide, homemade pesticide I make, I came across a bee stuck in there. They kind of mesmerized. Well, that one kind of pulled out. So when you're working with your flowers, be careful you don't get stung. It can happen. I think that one's free. Yep. It's another whopper. Oh. Still got that big one and those two other ones. Like, oh my god. We got pumpkin this and pumpkin that. I think I might give away a pumpkin to somebody who needs one. Not in this neighborhood. Everybody's so well heeled they can afford to buy their own. I'm talking about a less fortunate person. If they would have ever come to fruition. I had a couple more here too, and a couple more in the garden that just rotted. But holy cow. Oh, this is actually turning out to be a chore. But a chore I enjoy. So we're not going to complain. Alright. Off with your head. We got her. Another big pumpkin. Of course, not ripe, but not a big deal because the stem is actually quite green. I can feel it, it's very pliable. The other ones that are ripe, they don't give as much. They kind of snap. These you actually have to kind of cut. So there's that beauty. A little bit dirty there. Too bad, a little raw. I'm going to put these on cardboard when I leave them outside. I don't want to leave them on the cement, or that's a good way to rot them. Don't want to do that. And I'm going to have to do a little video on my little carrot experiment after. It's a hell of a mess around here. It always is in the fall. Alright, off to the last pumpkin here in this forest. 1, 2, don't want to hurt the flowers. Gonna need them after. There we go. I'll toss my knife over there. This one's not as big, but still fair size. You can see where it was sitting on the ground. You kind of want to rotate these things a little bit if you can without snapping boy, it's hard to grab a hold of this one. Green stem, I have to have pincers. Too bad it wasn't a giant earwig.